Hi everyone, welcome back. It's nice that you're all here again. Um, okay, today we have prompt number 369. Prompt number 9, ribbons and or lace. And I've decided to do ribbon and lace. And then I thought to myself, my daughter gave me a little pile of hearts cut out of rather lovely quality card. As you can see, they were being handed out at some event where she was, and she brought a whole lot home because she thought I might have a use for them, and lo and behold, I do. So what I've done, seeing as how it's February and Valentine month and so on, I thought perhaps we just give a nod to the hearts, right? And what I've done so far is I've used the opposite side of the hearts. I'm doing the back of them. What I've done so far is I've used red acrylic paint. On this one I did the outside border. On this one I did the inside fill, and then I've glued some red rickrack braid around here. All of this was kind of experimental, done quickly off camera so that I could make sure I wasn't going to make a horrible mistake by trying to do this. And I'm happy to report that it's very fine so far. Now, I have got lots of bits and pieces, which I haven't chosen them yet. I'm just looking at them and thinking about them. But let me take them all out. Put them down here so you can see. It's little bits and pieces that I've been collecting as we do. This is the red rickrack that I have put on this little heart. Let me just put it back in its little plastic bag. Now I've got a little tiny wooden heart that says handmade, so that must have come on a gift of some sort. I have a little concertinaed ribbon with a little gold bell on it that actually makes a little rattle. I've got a lot of these little paper roses. Let me put it here so you can see it more easily. They're beautiful. They're made of paper. Let's bring it closer. There we go. They are lovely. They really are lovely. I've got several of those. Then this little piece of ribbon with little white stars all over it. And then some red satin ribbon. So there's bits and pieces to look at and think about. Oh, I have the bright red roses, and then I also have very dark red roses as well, although these do look vaguely the same color. This one is actually lighter. Okay, so and what I have been doing in the past, you know, when I was sitting idly around looking for things to do, I was preparing little bits of ephemera. Like here I've got the rose sitting on a gathered piece of black lace, and Those were lovely on my hidden paper clips when I was making them into little fridge magnets at one point in time. Okay, I'm going to put this one out here too, because just in case. All right, so now what I have thought is that this is fairly done and dusted. I don't want to add too much more to that one, but I thought with this one, if I gather this lace, you see it's rather beautiful, and I could put that around the outside edge of this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start gathering the lace. You know, this is going to have to be done by hand. But it is also a very slow and painful process, as you can see. But that can happen off camera. So let's assume that we rather like this. And we're going to put this one plus frills, but now, oh, that decision can be made later. I'm just thinking that if I did something like this and put that little heart there, and perhaps this ribbon, because it's got the minute little stars on it, white stars, it might look rather sweet with the lace. So we'll consider that. I did bring out this paper doily, but I think that would require me to actually make a darker background on here. So let's leave that to one side for now. Okay, I was gathering lace, and I suddenly got distracted because I started thinking about the background for this, and scratched around in my masterboard folder, and I've come up with two things, and I've decided on this one. This one is a piece of scrapbooking paper that I inherited from my daughter. She gave me a bundle of things from a little scrapbooking kit she once bought but never used, and this is one of the background papers from there. Then this is actually a piece of gel print. I was playing with my gel printer, my gel plate, and I came up with this, which is beautifully textured, but I think I need the more solid background for this particular exercise. So I've put down a piece of masking tape here, because this is not quite fitting the page. So what I need to do is just paint a red border around, where is it? Here it is. Around the edge of the page, and then I can glue down that piece of scrapbooking paper, and it won't look as strange, will it? Right, let's give this a go. There we are. Just leave that to dry. There's the background done. Let me just move this a little bit out of the way. Now, what I'm going to do here is I've gathered the lace, and it's going to go roughly like this. All the way around the heart. And I have been stressing a little bit about how it would be glued down. I could glue it down with my craft glue, but it would be meaning that I would have to work 3 or 4 centimeters at a time and hold it down and wait for it to dry and so on. So I thought to myself, I have a very fine, very thin roll of double-sided tape. So I'm going to give that a bash. I'm going to experiment. I'm going to put it on the back of this, and then if it works, fantastic. I'll glue it down afterwards just to add a little bit of extra adhesion. But I think I can manage this. It is going to involve a little bit of twisting and shaping, but I don't think that's the end of the world. So let's just give this a go and see. You see what I'm doing is just putting a little teeny, almost like a pleat, which hopefully is not going to interfere with the pulling off of the protective layer. It could be a tad disastrous, but I think it'll be okay. You know, all these things are very pliable. So there we go. Did anybody get a good look at the eclipse on the 17th? There was only 1/8 of the sun covered in this part of South Africa. So it was hardly noticeable, and of course we had to have cloudy, overcast weather, didn't we? You know, just in case we thought we were going to have some fun. Anyway, we did it, and we acknowledged the eclipse, and we welcomed the Chinese New Year in with a nod to the fire horse. According to the Chinese belief system, last year was the year of the snake in the Chinese zodiac, and it kind of explains why things were so chaotic last year, because it was a case of the snake is there shedding its skin to make way for the new. So I'm assuming the fire horse has now burnt that peeled off skin and chased the snake away. And let's hope we're going to have lots and lots of lovely positive energy this year. Okay. There we go, that's that glued down. Now let's see if I can lift it off. I want to start at the top. Somehow that just feels right. So, where's my tweezers? Here we go. Right, there we have it. Now, just got to make sure that we're putting the right side of the, when I say the right side, the correct side of the lace. Okay, I can cut this thread now. I think this is going to work, you know, folks. It seems to be attaching itself very firmly. It is going to look nice, isn't it? Fabulous. There we have it. Isn't that nice? Then this one will come somewhere up here. Possibly even there. Oh, I am happy with that. I think it's going to end up looking very good. So, I've decided what I'm going to do for the back here. I've got a slightly wider double-sided tape, which I'm going to use on top of what's there already, you know, coming through the little lace frill. Because I think this will be a nice, easy way of having everything under control. Now, one last little bit of fiddling that I want to do on here is, I don't know, you should be able to see it. Yes, you see the pencil lines. I did some doodles because I decided that this was a very big white surface to leave. So here I am. Where did I start now? It was this one. And I'm just going as carefully as I can. This is one of my acrylic markers. How nice is this looking? This one. One last line to come out of here. And go in there. And then we've got one that's going to go like this. Over here. Then I came this way. Take it around here. Uh-oh. Then which way did I go? I think it was, this was the next place. Yes, it was. I remember it now. There we go. into this corner. Last one here. Oops. Go. That one there, that one there, there. I think here we just need another squiggle. Rather liking how this looks now. This one I've already glued down. Then I've put this little wooden heart up in the top corner because it's got the two neat little holes drilled in. And I thought, let's have some dangly bits for a change. So I'm busy doing dangly bits for there. Now this one, I'm going to put at this angle. It will go slightly over onto that one, but I'm perfectly happy with that. I think that will be fine. So now we come to the fun part of getting these many little bits of that's let go beautifully. I can feel it. Go. There's that one. And last one coming up. And there we have it. Now just a little bit of glue to hold things in place, just in case, but I'm pretty confident that this will be okay. Oh, I'm loving this page. It's really not my thing, you know, the pretty little folds and furbelows, but I must be honest, I'm rather liking this one. I'm going to put a sentiment on here as well. There's a line from a very old song that came from a musical that may have been the South Pacific. I'm not sure. I was a little bit disinterested in musicals at that point because Elvis was the man of the moment. There's a line from a song that came from that musical that I always thought was rather beautiful. It says, "Love is a many splendid thing." And for me, that just sounds so romantic. So I will be putting that out in a moment on a piece of sticky label. And I've just got to add a few more dangly bits onto there. But I hope you're liking what you see so far. I'm quite excited about it anyway. There we go. Let's have a look here now. Just move the dangly bits. I just felt like I needed dangly bits here today. So that's the reason for that. But the little sentiment is, love is a many splendid thing. As I was mentioning, I had remembered that the line from a song when I was a primary school child, I think. I don't think I was even in high school yet. Anyway, there we have it. We've got our hearts, we've got our ribbon, we've got our lace, and I rather like what's happened here. That plain white patch was definitely a bit too much, and I think this has just toned it down enough. I don't think it needed anything else. I had toyed with the idea of doing something white on here, but then I thought, no, you know what? We need a focal point, a proper focal point. So here is our focal point. And these are just embellishments. So that's prompt number 9, done and dusted. We only have 3 left to go. I know one is stencils, one is in the forest, and one is pockets and tuck spots. I think that's it. And that, sadly, guys, is going to be our last week. So I think we must enjoy it, because I'm for one, I'm going to miss this collaboration. I've been so busy, but I've been loving it all the time. Alrighty then. So all it remains is for me to thank you guys for watching, to ask you to hit the like button if you liked what you saw, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because I'd love some more subscribers, wouldn't we all? And then, of course, the comments. My favorite part is reading your comments. I go back and check every day in case there's some more, and there usually is, so it's fabulous. I love it. So there we have it, guys. That's it with number 9. So have a lovely weekend, and we'll chat again on Monday. But until then, stay warm. If you're in the cold weather, stay cool. If you're in the hot weather, stay safe, and we will chat again. Bye-bye.